You're watching Twin Tiers Sunday with Leanne DeRosa.
Welcome to Twin Tier Sunday. I'm your host, Leanne DeRosa. When it comes to a fitness routine, doing the same thing every day can get a little bit boring sometime. But now that the weather's getting nice, why not get out and enjoy the big playground that's right in our own backyards? Well, that's what two local organizations did. They teamed up to create a new fitness program, one which mixes the local landscapes and fresh air with getting in shape. It's called the Hike It Healthy program, and today you're going to join me on an adventure down the West Elmira Trail. But first, let's go meet the brains behind this new venture. Hey, I'm joined now with Jessica Janowski, the ultimate fit chick. She owns the studio in Elmira, and Jim Piper, the director of Chemung River Friends. Thank you guys for joining me this morning.
Thank you.
We're talking about your new program, the Hike It Healthy fitness program. So tell me, where did this idea first come about?
As a studio owner and instructor, it's very obvious after a few years of doing this that attendance drops way down in the warmer weather. So I wanted to make sure people are still getting their exercise and bring a program outdoors where we could enjoy nature and still get our fitness in. So I asked him to team with me. We've teamed up before many moons ago for an educational program at the river. And I just thought he would be the perfect fit to bring hiking and a little bit of education with it, which is his job, to a fitness program. So I asked him and he said he'd love to.
Cool. So give me the logistics of the hike that we're going on this morning. Where and how long and all the...
I think we're looking at hiking 2 miles, and this is our first one. What we'll probably do is we'll hike maybe a mile, and we'll say to folks, this is the halfway point. Want to keep going, or do you want to turn around and go back? But what we're going to do is we're going to hike from down there under the bridge all the way up, probably almost up to the town hall. What's great about this spot is not only is it beautiful, you're going through meadows, wooded areas, and trails, but there's a lot of history here. There was a Civil War prison camp was located here. Other side of the river, there used to be an amusement park. And Native American villages along this area. So we'll talk about that as we're going along. We have some photographs of what it used to look like. And then any wildlife or plants that we happen to see, we'll also be talking about that and discussing it. And as Jess said, it's a great way. We're combining, you're getting some fresh air exercise, you're learning a little bit more about your community and about the history. And I also hope developing more of an appreciation and a respect for nature of what we have here, take care of it. What I would like to see come of this is that the folks that are coming on these hikes on their own with their families and their kids come back and hike this area and talk about what we learned. So it's a win-win for everybody. Great program.
Now, this is the West Elmira Trail that we're hiking, is that right?
Oh, yes. These trails that exist here weren't built by humans. They were made by the Native Americans who started walking on them. No one built them. They've just been walked on for years and years. The river is 45 miles long. The most widely used portion of that whole river are these trails. People walking them, walking their dogs along these trails and so on. It's perfect. It's literally 2 minutes from civilization. You cross that levee and you're out in nature and you wouldn't know it. So it's very accessible. It's beautiful. A lot to see and do. Just makes sense to do a hike along it.
Now, why hiking as fitness? Where did you come up with that specific aspect?
Well, hiking is an aerobic activity, so your cardiovascular functions are going to be improving, your strengthening your heart, your lungs, your blood vessels are all getting stronger. You're going to tone your muscles, sculpt, and your muscles will get stronger as well. Fitness, any aerobic activity naturally will automatically help you reduce your blood pressure, high cholesterol. You are more likely to combat diseases such as diabetes, especially type 2, heart attacks, strokes. All those things are going to be lessened if you're a normal, or I should say a regular fitness person where it's in your regimen. Also, when you hike or do anything aerobic, the endorphins in your body are released, so you're likely to be in a better mood. You're happy. Being happy is a huge thing for, I think, longevity of life, because other people want to be around you and you feel better about yourself. So when you feel better about yourself, you tend to look better. When you look better, you kind of start to have this circle of wellness. When you're physically active, you're more likely to say, oh my gosh, I'm looking good. So now that I'm looking good, I'm gonna make better eating choices. I'm going to continue to move because I like the way I feel. I'm going to not consume so much alcohol or take drugs. If I don't smoke, I'm not likely to start smoking. If I already smoke, it's kind of annoying when I try to work out because I can't breathe that well, so you're likely to quit. Like, there's just so many positive things to being physically fit. It's just a lifestyle, and I really want to bring that to people. But the other thing about hiking, to bring it back to more to hiking, is we can amp it up and make it more aerobic depending on the trails that we choose, the pace that we go, if we're going uphill, downhill. The other thing is, if you want it to be more casual, you just slow down a little. You know, so it depends. You can totally make it more casual, or you can bring it to a level where you're really getting a great workout. So I'm really excited about this program.
We're excited too. Now you have almost 20 people signed up to join us on the hike today.
Yes.
Now give us some of the details. This is the just the start of the season, and then it's continuing throughout the whole summer.
Yes, the last hike will be in August, but they're sporadic. They're not 7 weeks in a row. Plus, we're doing many trails throughout our community, so not just at this location, and I'm excited about that. And he's going to have a different focus every single trail. So.
Cool. All right, so on that note, should we get started?
Sure.
All righty, let's go.
Within minutes, a group had gathered. Jim and Jess gave them the lowdown and passed out trash bags to encourage a cleanup. And then they were ready to get moving. But before we lace up our sneakers, we have to take a quick break. When we come back,
Anybody know why that's there?
we're exploring the West Elmira Trail. Welcome back. It's time to hike it healthy. We're joining the Chemung River Friends and Elmira's Ultimate Fit Chick on a new fitness endeavor. Today, we're hiking the West Elmira Trail. But the adventure isn't only about getting a good workout.
So Jim, what are you hoping people really take away from today's hike?
Well, two things. One is that they can come down and do this themselves and do it with their family. But a better understanding of this river and the importance it plays in, as I said, in our life. Our water actually comes from it. But how much it offers as far as learning about nature and about wildlife and about the history and discovering that we got this great resource here. It belongs to us. Let's take care of it.
The first question, do you know what Chemung means?
Anybody? It means big horn in the water. The Delaware Indians down near Chemung found a big mammoth tusk in the water and they named it Chemung. That's how it got its title. Starts up in Painted Post, goes 45 miles through 3 counties and 2 states, empties into the Susquehanna down in Athens, and then it all goes down to the Chesapeake Bay. You can put a boat in here and go anywhere in the world if you want to. The nice thing about hiking down here is you go through woods, you go through meadows like this, and then you can go back and walk along the levee, or so you can have a different route back. But again, DEC takes care of all of this. This is just where people walk. My wife and I hike it all the time. We cross-country ski on them, we hike on them. They're beautiful, and it's great access to the river. They go all the way up to almost to Ohio, up by the point, and that's where they end up there. This is Foster Pond, so named for the Foster family and Foster House, the big white building where the medical facility is. This was the back of the prison camp. This was the latrine. After the prison camp was torn down, this was the racetrack. That's the pond you're looking at right here. There was a horse racetrack down here. Horse racing was big back then, and especially in Elmira. But this was Foster's racing track where they would race horses down here. We used to play hockey on that when it freezes. People come down here and fish for snapping turtles in this pond. And you probably never would expect it. There's a tombstone here. M-O-O-R-E. Didn't wash here, it was put here. What I'm assuming is, again, is the Moore family may have lived in a home here. They loved coming out to the river. When Grandpa died, they buried him here. I think it's pretty neat. This was discovered 6 years ago when DEC was mowing this. Nobody knew about it until then. I would love to find out who's there, when it was put in. I just don't know. I did some research, and there used to be across Water Street a Moore family that started Moore business forms, but they had nothing to do with that. I can catch a fish from here, and I can take it home and I can kill it, and I haven't done anything wrong. If I catch a fish from here and take it home and make it a pet, I'm breaking the law. And the reason being, I don't know. I'm sure there's something to do with it, with spreading diseases or whatever, but I don't know. But what most people don't know, folks, is you can't touch any wildlife in New York State. You can't take tadpoles out of here. You can't catch frogs or toads out of here. You're breaking the law. You're not supposed to have possession. You can't even take feathers. If you find a goose feather or a feather from a bird here and you have possession of it, they're considering that in possession of wildlife and you can be arrested. Pretty weird. But this is Clinton Island, and this is the island I was showing you the pictures of. It had all of that recreation on it. See my osprey nesting pole out there? They are an amazing bird to watch fish. They'll fly above the water till they see a fish, and then they stop and they sort of hoover, and he gets his bearing. He folds his wings and he dives under the water, catches the fish, and then the osprey and the fish come out of the water. He turns it around so its head's pointing forward, so it's aerodynamic. He shakes just like a dog and all the water goes flying off. And he takes it up to a nest and pulls it apart and he feeds the young. And mom and dad mate for life, and they keep coming back here from South America, as they said, and having their young. And for the last 4 years, each nesting season, at least 2 more ospreys have been born. So we're hoping those young come back and nest here as well, and we have a whole family of them. Again, I said it's entertaining, but it's a good indication that this river is really healthy and doing well, and we're taking care of it.
Another big part of it is that you're asking people to clean up the trails as we hike. Is that a daily battle, finding trash and trying to keep this area clean?
Yeah, it is, and it is a daily battle, and that's what upsets me, because that trash is usually left behind by people who are using the river. They're either hiking down here, or they may be fishing or so on. Whenever we go out to do any of these eco-recreation events, we do cleanup. We're always asking people to clean up. One of the things I do when I go talk to kids or give talks to people is I ask them, for the rest of your life, just pick up one piece of trash from us. Because here's the problem. If it floats, that's where it's going to end up. Right. I'm happy to say we don't see as much trash as we used to, because I think people are more aware and are taking care of it and are doing cleanups on their own, which has been wonderful. But I think there are always going to be people who are going to trash the environment, and not much we can do about it. I learned 3 things about people who trash along the river. They drink Keystone Lights, they smoke Merritts, they play scratch-off lottery tickets, and they have terrible, terrible luck.
With each story, piece of garbage picked up, and hills to hike,
This is where the fitness comes in.
Yeah, this is good for your
we got our legs moving and heart pumping.
So now, a fitness aspect on this hike, what are you focusing on telling people?
Well, I am basically focusing on, take it at your own pace. If you want to go faster, speed it up. If you want to go slower, then go slower, because I want people to be comfortable and feel like we're here for everybody, so everyone feels like it's at their pace.
Okay.
While some liked to casually stroll, others wanted to pick up the pace, so the group often split up to accommodate all fitness and fun levels.
If fitness isn't fun, people won't do it. So it's really important for me and all the programs we do, there's a high level of fun and encouragement and motivation, inspiration, and I really just love to see everybody smile. That just makes me even more energetic, even want to bring people even more happiness and health.
So how can you join the fun? We have that answer after the break. Stay with us, you're watching Twin Tiers Sunday. Welcome back to Twin Tiers Sunday. 2 miles, 2 hours. countless stories, a bunch of full trash bags, and plenty of muscles moving. The Hike It Healthy program was off to a good start. So what'd we think?
It was incredible. We know when we get outside with people and nature, it's always a good experience. So your endorphins are going. People got down here, they were pitching in, picking up litter along the way. We actually split the hike up into two groups. So some wanted a little bit more fitness, some wanted a little more of the history. We stayed together for quite a while at the beginning. Some people had never been down to the river, had a chance to see the beauty that's here. It's hidden. It was just great. It was great. It was a lot of the community coming together.
Very enjoyable today, and I'm glad I came.
I thought it was awesome. I learned a lot. We paddled the river, and we've lived in the area for 40 years, and I learned something that I didn't know.
And what you'll get out of it is just fresh air, endorphins. Start your Saturday off on a healthy kick. You'll learn a lot. There's so much history down at the river you may not ever have experienced. Come down, see what's hidden down here at the river.
All right, so we just wrapped up today's hike. How'd you guys think it went?
I was so
Wonderful.
excited. Awesome.
Yeah, especially given the chilly weather. It was a great turnout. They had a good time.
It was fun. Now, people at home, welcome to join. This goes on for the whole rest of the summer pretty much. Yeah. Tell us, where can people find some more information?
Okay, you can contact me at email ultimatefitchick@gmail.com. Chick is CHICK. Or you can text me at 607-425-6820.
Okay, and so you do need to register in advance, right?
Yes, ma'am. Please, because it gives us an idea of how many are coming, and we can't have them too big. Jim will get upset. Of course, I would take 100 people.
And there's a small fee, is that right?
Yes, $10 per hike, but we're also doing a special. If you register for all 7 hikes, it's $60, and you'll get a free T-shirt. It'll say Hike It Healthy. It'll have Friends of the Chemung River on there as a logo, Ultimate Fit Chick on there logo, even Turtle Leaf Cafe, because you'll get a $5 gift card to Turtle Leaf Cafe. So it's really a $30 value, $10 off a hike and the T-shirt and the Turtle Leaf Cafe gift card. So we're hoping people will register for all the hikes. Okay. Yeah, so we're excited about that.
All right, so come out. But now, what are some highlights coming up that people can enjoy?
Yeah, one of the things that's nice about this is we're doing all these hikes at different trails, waterways throughout the county, so the people who live here can discover them. And again, what I like about this program is after they do the hikes and they know where it is and how easy and how much fun it is, I'm hoping they'll come back with their families and others, so they'll continue to explore and get some fresh air, exercise, and realize how important it is in taking care of our environment. So we're trying to make it varied and showing them different places where we're going to be hiking. We're making sure all the hikes are easy to get to, not a lot of climbing, that anybody who can walk can do it and enjoy it. So it's nice that we get to show off different areas in the county and some of the different jewels that we have here in our backyard that people aren't aware of that they should be enjoying and protecting.
Now, what are some of those jewels that are coming up?
Oh, we're going to be walking along trails along Sealy's Creek. We're going to be walking along the Lackawanna Rail Trail, along Newtown Creek, a Rails to Trails that was built up in Big Flats. It's going to go through a wetlands and through a nice pond. We're going to be hiking where?
Park Station is our finale.
Yeah, we're going to go up to Park Station and hike up there around the trail. So pretty much anywhere where you can publicly go hiking, it's easy to get to. We're taking people to it. And like I said, I see this growing and expanding for years to come, and we'll keep going to different places and changing it, making it better each time. I'd like to get to the point where maybe we would have a guest speaker come along who's a special, talking about Native Americans, something along that, to make it educational. Because what I saw today and was hoping, the people like what they're learning as they're going along for the hike as well. So that makes it all the more interesting. I think what's pretty nice is we're affecting someone's health, their spirit, their knowledge, and everybody has a good time. So there really is no downside to it.
We had a great time. Thank you for letting us tag along this morning.
So
now, again, this runs all the way through August, so plenty of opportunities for you to get out, lace up your sneakers, and enjoy the beautiful weather and surrounding landscapes. So on behalf of the Chemung River Friends and Ultimate Fit Chick, I'm Leanne DeRosa. Thanks for joining us.
Folks.
Thank you.
Have a good weekend.